and we were looking at the design trademarks that Facebook had filed. And it's also a really interesting way to see how companies get creative with protecting their software, right? Most people think software, oh, well, utility patent. But as you guys are going to find out, there's a lot of design patents also that just protect the GUI. So let's check it out. You want to go to uspto.gov, and then you want to go to patents, and then you want to go to patents home, and then you want to do search patents. And then what you want to do is you want to click on advanced search. What you're going to do is you're going to search by @. So the way to do that is by typing in AN. Now AN is, if you don't know what AN is, you can go down and read about it, but it's the @ name. So in this case, patents that are assigned to Facebook. So we're going to search for them. I want the company, and then I'm going to search for design code 4, which means that this code here, APT, again, if you're unsure, you forget, you can always go look up the application type. And if you click on it, it actually takes you to get more information on it. So that's how you know that it's the design patent. So let's go back and click search. Let's get into it. So, oh yeah, before that though, we have a special guest, Trevor, who's also here with us today. And I would love to hear also if he can give us some input on some of the GUIs that we see. So Facebook's a really old company. I think it was, I want to say 05 when I started using it. And Trevor was probably, I would imagine, elementary school, probably?
Yeah, elementary school.
Yeah. So but were you using it back then?
I didn't use Facebook until like 8th grade, middle school. So that would be 2010, 2009.
Okay, so check this out. So this will be actually a fun experiment. So let me show you the really, really early designs that they actually filed on. It's a trip to go back and actually look at some of these design patents, because it basically tells the genesis of their system, right, of their site. So I don't know if this looks familiar to you at all, but this was the actual GUI that they patented for posting.
Wow, yeah, that is not recognizable to me at all.
So this was the one that because I remember this from early 2000s, like right here.
Oh yeah, definitely not even ringing a bell for me.
It's definitely fun to get different perspectives on this. So again, so now we're back to the GUIs, but what you'll notice here is that it looks to me like a mobile, because you can see that there's the keyboard down below. Let's check out what other interesting design patents they have. So these are probably going to be a whole slew of mobiles. That's just my guess, because these all have the same title. Okay, so there's a post on the wall. And again, we have the mobile down below. Okay, so this is the friend request tab, it looks like. So I think if you guys are sitting at home and develop software, anywhere there's a GUI, you can consider possibly trying to file design patents on various distinctive qualities of your GUI that show basically user flow, right? Use flow, and how the application is used on both mobile and desktop. So again, here we're looking at, this looks like a mobile keyboard. And then let's see what this is. Probably another variation on mobile, would be my guess. Okay, so these are photos. Okay, so let's look at your photo album. Here we have something different, it looks like. This looks like an actual device, not just a GUI. Whoa, interesting. So this is a beacon device. So this is, I'm assuming, related to some networking technology. Yeah, we don't actually have a whole lot of information on this guy. So here we're back to display panels. Let's skip ahead a little in time here. Let's go forward. Let's see what other types of displays we can find here. I'm going to skip about 10 of these patents. Let's see if for the designs, how the designs change, how the progression goes. Okay, some more feed related. Here's an electronic device. So non-GUI related, I'm guessing. Oh, very interesting. So this doesn't really tell us a whole lot as to what this does. This looks like a port of some sort. Possibly like a HDMI port, maybe. Yeah, kind of what I was also hoping we could see would be changes in the actual UI as we go through time. So now we're in 2018. Now this looks a little more probably like what you guys are used to. You can see also the shape of the phone's different. This looks like a later iPhone model. Interestingly, everything looks dashed to me. It's hard to identify exactly what it is. Maybe this down here below is what they're saying. Yeah, it's quite hard for me to tell just looking at this what it is they're claiming, because everything looks like it's dashed. The only bit that doesn't look dashed is this character down below and these faces here on the side. Wow, this one has a lot of figures, 36 figures. I'm curious how they describe this. So it's in terms of what they're claiming. It's a display screen with animated graphical user interface. So here they're showing sequences. I see. So they're trying to show an animation. So I think this is the animation here down below. So this is a pretty classic technique of showing animation and flow, but using design paths. Let's see what this one is. Again, we're much later in time now. So we're in 2018. So we skipped about 3 years. Okay. So again, these design paths are going to be a little closer probably to what we're used to seeing. Again, what they're trying to show here is animation. So it's a sequence, first image in a sequence for a display screen with a GUI. So here I think they're trying to show this progression. Okay, so here's the animation. These are solid. You see how they pop out in the screen. Notice the face themselves aren't what they're protecting. It's just the fact, it's the location of, and the look of how this pops out. That's what they're trying to protect. And then the placement of the comment. Let's scroll up, let's see. Here's a camera, design pattern on a camera. Let's see. So this is June 5, 18. Sometimes you get information just based off of the other publications. So, oh, I guess this is prior art, GoPro Odyssey. Okay. Another device that I'm not familiar with. They have a design pattern on a water monitoring system. One of the interesting things about a lot of big companies is since you have so many different engineers, people have a lot of creative ideas, and big companies will have the resources sometimes to pursue patents on devices that may not be their core product. And so you can come across some pretty interesting design patents and utility patents for a lot of these big companies. Let's check out this utility. Okay, so this is more mobile. This looks like the check-in. So one of the things that we're noticing is that as time progresses, their design patents go more away from the standard desktop GUI to the mobile, obviously, because that's probably where majority of the use is actually occurring. And again, down below, you see these icons. These probably look familiar to you guys, I'm guessing, or probably more familiar than the earlier desktop GUI. One comment I have on this, though, it almost looks like they're trying to show animation with the way that they render. So they're going from, you see that? So it goes from here, and then it slowly pans out. Apple was famous for doing this, for showing animations using design patents in this fashion. Let's see if we can find more interesting animations related to mobile. I'm guessing a lot of the ones that we'll see from here on out are probably going to be mobile based. Oh, wait, this looks like a desktop version. Display panel. Okay, very cool. Let's see what else we can find. Let's look at some of even later ones. This looks like their ad management GUI. Let's take a look. Campaigns, I see. So you can create campaigns. Again, all the dashed lines are not actually claiming as a feature. This, for example, isn't dashed, so that would be what they're claiming as a feature of their design patent. But I think if we scroll through, I think what we'll see a similar user flow and possible animations. Not animations, but just trying to show progression in the GUI in an animated sort of way. They call this a transitional GUI. Okay. It seems like pretty much every feature that you could imagine that they have, thought probably went into whether or not they should pursue a design patent on it. Obviously, in addition to utility, but also design. Okay, so let's see, do the vote, the like count, comment count, and the share. And it looks like this is all about the placement, because remember the dash lines not being protected. All right. Well, I think this is pretty interesting. I think we can do another episode again later and do more deep diving into Facebook's design patents. But design patents are also really cool because you can garner a lot of information just by looking at images, looking at drawings. There's not a whole lot of reading that's involved. There's another reason why they're really interesting, because you can learn a lot really quickly. You also can get an understanding of what the company actually values and what's worth protecting from their perspective, because obviously a lot of resources go into filing each design patent. So again, the reason why we're doing this series is to show you guys how, if you guys have software applications you guys put out and you want to consider other creative ways of protecting your intellectual property of your software, you can consider trying to file design patents on your GUI. And Facebook's a really, really awesome example of a company that's been very successful doing so and has many, many design patents. So thanks so much for watching.